Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? How are you? Welcome to the party. I am Lolita E. Walker, and today I'm here for your 10-minute power powwow. I am a certified life leadership and executive coach. I'm also a public speaker. I'm also a motivational speaker, two-time author, podcaster, mommy, you name it. I am doing it inside of this world. I am also running to be on the School of Education, a Board of Education for my district in Prince George's County, Maryland. Wow. So there is a lot going on, but guess what? I also am the hostess, I like to say, with the mostest of coaching, cocktails, and conversations. And today we are live on Facebook, on LinkedIn, and on YouTube. It's so many socials, you all. But I want to make sure that we get this to the world. If you are here, then come on into the party and say hello. Listen, I got a question from a new member to my Facebook group, Coaching Cocktails and Conversations. And what they wanted to talk about was heartbreak. And so many of us have dealt with heartbreak. So you might be saying, well, what does that have to do with me? Well, heartbreak can absolutely affect your life. It can affect you at work, it can affect you at home. And so today we're talking to Dear Heartbreak, right? How do you live within it? Was the question. How do you navigate through it? Is a little bit about what we're going to talk about. So I know this conversation is going to get super juicy. What do I do every day? I own Walker and Walker Enterprises, which is a personal and professional coaching and consultancy. And so many of you all here and that will look at this at the replay have worked with me before. Either you brought me into your organizations to really help drive increased clarity, confidence, and commitment with your teams, or a power speaker within your organizations. I even do coaching within organizations for employees as well. And then I work with power women to really pull out the greatness that is within them. So I often get this question, do you work with men? Well, I do. But my passion really is around literally leaning into women and pulling out the greatness that they have yet to see. Sometimes it simply means reframing what it is that you already have there. And the beauty of working with power women and then with working with teams and organizations is what? Is that it's always about increased clarity. And according to Lolita E. Walker, clarity plus confidence equals the commitment of how you're going to show up. Today, we're talking about Dear Heartbreak. Ooh. Have you ever been heartbroken? Mm-hmm. Has it ever affected you at work and at home? Mm-hmm. With so many other people? Absolutely. So if you have my book, The Intersection of You and Change. Oh, this is not that. The Intersection of You and Change is my first book. This right here, plain as day. Can we talk? There's actually some soul work inside of my first book that will be very helpful for you as well if you are experiencing what I'll say is a change in your life. Sometimes we meet each other right there at the intersection of us and a change that's happening in our life. And the question is, are we going to go left? Are we going to go right? Are we going to stay complacent where we are right now? Are we going to go backward because it feels good and we could do it all over? We would do it over this way. Or are we going to leap forward because that is the progression to which is where we want to be? Think about it, right? It's a choice. So when I think of Dear Heartbreak, which is in my second book, Dear Heartbreak, is page 95. Let's go there together. We have been talking about so many things, you all. And if you're in my private Facebook group, sometimes you get a little bit more of me right there. And I want to invite you all to come to my Women's Weekend Renewal Retreat, which is September 15th through the 18th. And the beauty of that, whether you are working 9 to 5, you're an entrepreneur, you're a stay-at-home mom, is that it literally gives you an opportunity to pause. Today, we're talking Dear Heartbreak. And I did not pre-read this before I'm going to say it to you today. It's actually a couple pages, you all. It's pretty long. So maybe what I'll do is I'll start it here and we'll see how far we get within our 10 minutes. And then I'll finish it up inside of the Facebook group immediately after this because I have a hard stop at 10:30. So we're going to go all the way in. All right. It says, Dear Heartbreak, can we talk? When you grab hold of me, you just simply won't let go. Where do I start? Is it the tears in my eyes that surmise the shattering of me in so many pieces that have robbed me of feeling the peace? that I need? Is it the pierce that I feel through this tussle within this big muscle? Is it the constant feeling of a free fall in my belly, much like an elevator that has been cut from its cord? The anxiousness races from my toes to my mind to my heart to my head to the raptures of you, breaking me open to ask whether my heart can afford this breaking feeling of betrayal, forgiveness, sadness, and joy that's wrapped all in one. It was fun wrapped in the sun, in the sphere of its rising and setting and setting and rising. The moon wraps its arms around us with a dim light that now watches my light dim. How many of you all have felt this way before? It says, I pay the daily, monthly, and annual subscription to you in full, to your heart, to its beat on the same drum. Can you hear it? Right? Of course, this meets somebody exactly where you are right now, or you are remembering back. So then I go further. Now I'm skipping down. And it goes on to say, can you see me, dear heartbreak? Can I see you? This closed door feeling is offering a strange yet cultivated escape through the hallways and backways and alleyways and mansions that got lost in the commotion and spaces with different lenses and the friends who weren't friends in the this is the juicy part right here. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some me up in it. Right? Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some me up in it. And how do you navigate this changes? Let me put some me up in it. Let me remember who I was before the heartbreak. Let me remember who it is Lolita E. Walker is. And I want to challenge you to say, hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some me up in it. It goes on to say, let me talk to me. See, forgiveness of you, but really forgiveness of me, because deep down I knew and I know that I have already planted a new seed. Dear heartbreak, I am grateful for you, for all of you. Oof, so good, right? It is talking about rediscovering the essence of who it is that you are. It says, oh, dear heartbreak, you did not break me. You offer me a renewed me, a better me, a me that walks into this different type of beat, a single mama type of me, a smooth co-parenting me, a me that breathes deeply and shares intently. Right. Dear heartbreak, can we talk? This is to you from me. I love you, Lolita. And I want you to add your name in there, because the power not only of this book, but the power of talking to yourself, the power of addressing the fear that is in front of you, the power that is standing right there to say, hey, heartbreak, let's have this conversation right here, because I am coming directly to you. So no matter if you no matter if you are going into a meeting, no matter if you are thinking about that next contract, no matter if you haven't gotten chosen to be the speaker at this huge event, right? No matter what it is that is breaking your heart, no matter if you've just gotten out of a relationship that you've been in for oh so long. I've been there. And it does take time, but recognizing that I will embrace where it is that I am. I will act in my strengths and I will thrive, because now I'm gaining more clarity. And the more I get clear on where it is that I want to go and the wins and the excellence of who it is that I am, I remember that, oh, dear heartbreak, you did not break me. You did not break me, because I'm standing right here. How do I know? Because I've already been through a storm before, and I know that I can navigate and get to this piece right here, right? So, to everyone who asked me to talk about this topic, to everyone who didn't even know you needed this topic, listen, heartbreak can come in so many forms or fashions. It can come in a platonic relationship, it can come in any type of relationship, right? It could come with your partner that you're living with right now. But what I will tell you is that no matter what your circumstance, you are not your circumstance. No matter what is happening inside of your life, sometimes we need a partner who is right there beside of us. And if we think that personal growth doesn't equal professional success, ding dong, you are not correct. I want you to challenge your thinking. Yes, we are a whole person. And that is why it's so pertinent to lean into those folks who are certified to help you on your journey. That is why I do what I do. That is why I write the books that I write. That is why I lean in with the soul work that I have. That is why I want to walk with you side by side. That's why I invite you to come to the Facebook group, Coaching Cocktails and Conversations, right? Because you get another piece of me. You get another piece of other people pouring in, because Coaching Cocktails and Conversations is more than just a podcast. If you haven't listened, make sure that you do, because it's really good. I just had David Spizak on there. Oh, so good. So good. It's also my group coaching program every second and fourth Thursday with power women who are ready to leap all the way in, right? It's also a Zoom cast that's free every other Wednesday for power women who are ready to just 1 hour. 1 hour. We do not go over 1 hour, 60 minutes to just literally, because sometimes you got to be reminded that it's time for me to talk to my dear Heartbreak. It's time for me. Let me tell you all the other stuff you can talk to in this book. Can we talk? Did I tell you guys that I just was at a high school in Ohio talking with Stacy Luckett and some amazing teachers and students, and how powerful we read Dear Anxiousness. Oh my goodness. If you haven't read it or listened to it, because this is also an audio book, make sure that you do. But I want to tell you some other things that you'll be able to tap into your inner self. And why is that so important? Because when you get clear on who it is that you are, and those things, those emotions, those feelings that are holding you back, you walk, talk, and behave differently. All right, let me tell you a couple more. Dear Contagious Vulnerability, dear Champion, dear Divorce, dear Forgotten Me, dear God, dear Healing and Heartbreak and Limiting Beliefs, and Your Lost Friend, and dear Meghan Markle. Because I tell you, did you see that interview that she did a while ago, like a while ago, with Oprah Winfrey? Oh my gosh, that was such inspiration to me. And we all know a woman who has been sitting in this situation where she felt like her voice was being suppressed, and eventually was like, absolutely not, not anymore. Nope, not today. Oh, she was so inspirational. So that's called Dear Megan. Reflection, sadness, silence, right? Taking a stand today, tomorrow, yesterday. How many of us are sitting in our yesterday? It's time to leap. Sit in our today and then get ready for our tomorrow. So good. Wisdom, a younger me. There's so many. There's 44 of them. So I won't read all of them. I want to thank you all. We're 2 minutes over, but thank you so much. And I shall chat you soon. I'm heading into the Facebook group, and I will be around. Hopefully you watch the replay.